Hey guys, so DE has decided to buff bows, and now they are really good. I would say they're comparable to sniper rifles, but I wouldn't take them to an Eidolon fight simply because they have a charge mechanic, most of them. But bows are really good now. Mainly the Daikyu and the Mule Asanos. And so there's some other good ones in there too. But for the most part, bows as a whole are good now. The only bows that did not get changed were the crossbows and the lens. Those did not get changes, but all the other bows did get a base damage buff. A couple of them got a flight speed increase, and the Daikyu got a crit chance increase. And the Daikyu is easily the best of the bunch right now. It is the best bow in the game. Now let me show you that. So I have your standard hybrid build. Instead of using multi-shot, I'm using speed trigger because the base charge time on the Daikyu is 1 whole second, which is still too long for a bow compared to the other bows, which are like a half second. Generally, what you want to run is a hybrid build on bows now. Originally, you wanted to run crit build because like gambling on a status proc was way too risky for a bow. And with a bow, you want to shoot the lowest amount of arrows possible. And crit builds were still the best way to go for a bow. You're going to see in a moment, Daikyu is very strong. So let's bring out our level 160 heavy gunner. There's a corrosive proc. There's a slash proc. It's going to do 11k. And we're going to let her bleed out a bit. And then there's another slash proc. And slash procs really carry this thing ever since they changed the damage types a bit with the Daikyu. But that's 4 arrows, and this enemy is dead. Normally, it would take almost the entire ammo pool to kill an enemy, higher level enemy like that. As you see there, 4 arrows is a huge improvement for a high armored target like that on a hybrid build. Now, if you have a Revin for the Daikyu like I do, mine has crit chance in status duration, but minus 29% damage to corpus. What really carries this Revin is the status chance, and the crit chance is a nice bonus. So here is my Revin build. Oh, there's a slash proc. That's 21k slash proc. That enemy is gone in a single arrow from the Daikyu. All the crit chance did was help me boost the consistency of 100 munitions, but I don't think that was even a 100 munitions proc. I think that was just a crit boosted slash proc right there. Now if you like even more crits, I got all the crits. 175% crit chance with argon scope, and that's like well over 200%, considering that if I replace argon scope with critical delay, you get 191%, so with argon scope it's even crazier. There's our red crit. Still the same damage, and still the same status duration. Well, the build's more of a joke than anything else. Let's go into the other bows. Let's talk about the Dread. The king, since it's been dethroned as the king of bows, like what you want to use for the Dread is a hybrid build now. You do not want to use crit builds anymore because they are much less efficient compared to hybrid builds because of the base damage increase that they got. Though the Dread doesn't have the most damage out of. Though the Dread does borderline no damage. Until it hits a slash proc, and even then, it's not that great. And then if we get 100 munitions slash proc, I can get 10k there. So it's very reliant on 100 munitions now. But that's still an improvement. I don't have a Dread Revin, so let's move on to the Paris. Now, the Paris Prime is ancient, and it used to be the Dread's rival. And again, I'm going to compare it without the Revin, and then we're going to go to the Revin. So, a hybrid build on the Paris Prime. Regular old hybrid build. That's buff Paris, that is. Slash proc, it's about the same as the Dread. Even though this has more base damage. Oh, we got 100 munitions proc. That should kill. Nope, didn't. Okay. So, about 5 arrows as well. So it's about on par with the Dread without a Revin. But I have a crazy ass Revin for the Paris. And I got very lucky with my Paris Revin. I don't think I'm going to be using the Paris all the time, so I might sell this. But great roll. I got it in one roll, and it's a good master rank for selling too. But it's the same build, just without vigilante armaments, and I have the Revin there instead. And with this Revin, it's about on par with the Daikyu without a Revin. That's 3 arrows. There's a 20k slash rock in there. And that enemy is gone. 3 arrows. The Rectus Ernest, which also used to be really good, and arguably better than the Dread, is not in a good spot right now. I think it's easily like one of the worst bows now. Because what it relies on is rapid firing those slash procs. But if we can get this to kill on 3 arrows. Nope. Oh, a slash. Yeah. So, not that great compared to the other bows that I'm especially going to show you. But it's a huge improvement to what it originally was. An enormous improvement. Here's the build for the Rectus Ernest, just a regular corrosive hybrid build. Now for the Cirno Prime, it's just standard hybrid build. But I'm going to be using the vertical spread just to get like easier time headshotting the enemy. And then maybe a third. So that was about 5 bursts there. Though occasionally I've gotten this thing to 2 bursts. And last but not least, the Mule Asanos, which is probably the most interesting out of all of them. Now I am running a hybrid build on this bad boy as well. Even though it doesn't make sense because the crit chance is only 15%, but the status is very large. But I'm doing this just so I can take advantage of 100 munitions a little bit. And on top of that, the gas clouds on the Mule Asanos crit. And that is extremely helpful because a lot of his damage comes from gas. Excuse me, that comes from the gas cloud that it produces. And the gas cloud can also proc 100 munitions as well. So that adds on to our slash a little bit, not a whole lot. But look at this. So I'm running corrosive. And it's doing lots of corrosive procs. There's a second arrow in him. And the armor is gone. One more arrow, yeah. So that's 4 arrows about, give or take. It's pretty good. Though the Mule Asanos didn't improve. I wouldn't say it got too much out of this buff because it could kind of already do that pre-patch. And post-patch, it's just it's total damage, it's impact damage, I guess, is a little bit better. But for the most part, it's still the Mule Asanos is still better torrid in every single way possible. Anyway, guys, that's all from me and the bow buff. So bows are actually good again. You can use them. They got updated effects, and a couple of them got flight speed increases. And if you've been sitting on Paris and Daikyu Revins, now's a good chance to pull them out or sell them if you don't want them, even after what I've just shown you. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. So, it's 4 a.m. me. I finished editing this video a while ago, but I kept staring at it thinking it was missing something. And I realized, oh yeah, the poll. The manga that won was Kaiju Girl Caramelized, and I am already writing the script for that video, so don't worry about that. Those videos take longer than I thought they'd take, but it's still fun for me, even if they take a little bit longer than I initially planned them to take. But I've started writing a script for that one already, and I do actually have the official English version of this manga as well, and there are some interesting differences between that version and the scanlated version, but more on that in that video. I was debating whether or not I should even put this section in to the video, but like 80-90% of you that even made it this far are probably most likely the ones that voted on that poll that I made, so it makes more sense for me to put this at the end of the video. Also, sorry if I sound a little quiet. It's just I recorded this video like right after I started streaming, and I started editing it like immediately. I actually finished editing this at like 2, and then it's like 4:38 now. I just thought for sure that something was missing in this video, and lo and behold, it's the poll. But yeah, anyway guys, bye for real this time. Peace out.